So I want to talk a little bit about pads, so some people, ask what pads I wear, and I see a lot of people at skate parks skating without pads. Um, I am a big proponent of pads. I think, I have a day job, I have 2 kids, I have a lovely wife, 2 dogs, and 2 cats. If I were to hit my head and hurt myself so bad that, I couldn't take care of them, that would be, a life-changing event, and I don't want to do that, even through no fault of my own. I don't skate handrails anymore, but I definitely fall, and I definitely, trip over things, or maybe somebody gets in my way at a skate park and I have to veer out of the way. There's so much that could go wrong. I think it's important to wear, at a minimum, wear a helmet whenever you skate. So here are my pads. This is what I wear every time I skate. So first of all, I always wear a helmet. So this is the 888. I think this is the Sweat Saver. I don't know what this one is called, but it's got this really nice padding on the inside. It's not super breathable. My head sweats a lot, even if I don't have hair. But most of the sweat gets absorbed in this. You can wash these. You can buy new ones, different colors and such. To accessorize if you're into that sort of thing. I think it's like $40, $60, something like that. It is a no-brainer. If you're skating, you should put a helmet on. You're not cool. You're not going to be cool. You're rollerblading. Put a helmet on. Why not? I started wearing a helmet, and I've never not worn a helmet since I got back. Main reason is I put these sticky GoPro mounts on so that I could put the camera on my head when I'm skating, so that I didn't have to hold it with a selfie stick. But yeah, I thankfully haven't had any. I got some scratches and stuff, but I haven't had any real helmet injuries yet. But it's reassurance. If I do fall, if I do hit my head, I might get hurt, but I won't go to the hospital for a little bump. So other than a helmet, highly recommend these Inline City Brace wrist guards. They're not cheap. I think they're like $60. I hurt my wrist pretty bad earlier this year. I was just doing some stupid skating and just a wall ride, and I came off and I got a little ahead of myself, and I fell and I braced my fall with my wrist. And when I did that, it bent the wrong way. And instantly, I couldn't move my arm. I had bruising all up and down my arm. And I had a really hard time working. I had to wear a wrist brace for 3 weeks, I think. Could have easily broken that wrist. I was really close to breaking my wrist, which would have meant a cast or something like that. I think wrist guards are cool. I think that they are going to help you from little things like that, from breaking your arm. Now, there is the argument that if you're wearing a wrist guard and you fall down and you break your arm, instead of breaking your wrist, you're going to move the pressure point. Since you're not able to move your wrist, you're going to move that pressure point from here to here and break your forearm. I totally think that's legit. I'm absolutely not a doctor, but it totally makes sense. If I've got a solid brace keeping my wrist from bending and I fall down, the pressure point needs to go somewhere. I'd like to think that my elbow will be able to compensate for some of that, but if not, definitely my wrist is going to go, my forearm's going to go. That sucks. But if I wasn't wearing my wrist guard, I would have broken my wrist. So I feel like the trade-off is pretty negligible. I get the added benefit of when I fall, I don't mess up my wrist. They do stink a little bit. I haven't been able to wash these because they have leather in them. They might be able to get washed. I don't know. I should probably look into it because they really stink. But one word of warning when you're buying these, the Inline City Brace at least, they run a size small. So I used the online measuring tape and found that my size was a size large. I ordered the size large. I put on the size large. I couldn't fit the size large. It was way too tight. These are the extra large. So my recommendation, if you are planning on getting these, I would imagine all of the Ennui wrist guards are the same sizing. I would get one size up. I just think it's safe. You can always return them if they don't fit. And then finally, this is the one that I get the most questions about. These are life-changing. So these are the G-Form knee shin pads, I guess. They are like, you know, the dolphin. What was that called? The worm. They are super squishy. They fit underneath my knees. Thickness-wise, what's that? Maybe an inch or so of padding. These are great. I wear these every time I skate aggressive. And even if I don't need them, I love having them just for the little falls, little bonks, little scrapes. If I get down on my knees to set up the camera, these keep my knees from hurting. These are totally worth the money. I think I paid $100 for them. They're usually like $120. I saw them on sale last month for like $60, maybe $70. They're great. They are machine washable. I wash them every couple of weeks. They're breathable too, so it's really thin, breathable material. I wear them under my jeans. They have this not sticky, but like a rubber lining up top, so you can pull them all the way up past your knee up to your thigh and they won't slide down. The only thing that's weird about that is you have to take your pants off in order to do it. So I usually just put them up to my knee and I don't use the sticky thing. Unless I go to a skate park or something where I know that I'm going to be falling on my knees a lot. If I'm just skating street, I usually just adjust them a couple of times during the session. But if I know that I'm going to skate and fall down a lot, I'll do the whole thing and I'll pull them up so that they're nice and form-fitting. The only thing to keep in mind with these is they will not replace your shin guard. So my shins still get destroyed whenever I miss sole grinds. This is, I don't know how long that is, but it looks to be about 18 inches. They are, they come about halfway up my shin. So I definitely have protection if I slide off, like on a Royale. If I slide and I slide out on a Royale, I can fall to my knees, I can fall to my shins, and I will be fine. But if I'm jumping on a ledge and I miss my sole, I'm going to hit my shin, and that happens a lot. And this isn't going to help that. You're going to probably, like if this is on your foot, on your leg, you're probably going to hit like right here, which sucks. You can slide these down, but then what's the point of having a knee guard? Like, why not just got a little shin guard? I used to have, I don't know where they are now. I used to have these little soccer shin guards, and I wore those before I had these. They worked fine, especially when you're trying to learn soles. It's nice to have a shin guard before you get a bump. If you start getting a bump on your shins, it's a little late to put a shin guard on because the shin guard's just going to keep making it hurt. But yeah, shin guards are great. I wear this. I wear my wrist guards and I wear my helmet every time I skate. I recommend that at a minimum you wear a helmet every time you skate. It is just not worth it. You're not, you're not professional. It sucks to get hurt, and if you get really hurt, you can go to the hospital, or you could not work. And if you're not working, you can't take care of your family. So wear a helmet, super important.